Hey guys, welcome back to another GTA 5 tutorial. We are going to be installing map editor today. All right, so if you want to go ahead and try out this mod right here, it's going to help you out to install, maybe like you want to go ahead and install some mentions into your game. This could be a tool that you can use right here. All right, so go ahead and read the description of this mod right here. You'll find that you are going to need your SCRIPTHOOKV, SCRIPTHOOKVDOTNet, and make sure your NativeUI is up to date as well. For the purposes of this tutorial, guys, we are going to go ahead and install the modern house. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and install this house right here, and you can go ahead and take a look at a couple of pictures here real quick. And it is very important, guys, every time you do download like a mention that you want to go ahead and install into your game, it's very important that you go ahead and check out these pictures right here. And most importantly, what you'll be looking for is something like this right here. It's going to go ahead and show you the location in which this house is going to be located. All right, so go ahead and make sure you check out these locations right here for any mention house that you're trying to install into your game. All right, and of course, guys, go ahead and read the description of this mod right here. You are going to need your SCRIPTHOOKV, your NativeUI, and your SCRIPTHOOKV.net as well. As you can see, this house right here, it does require map editor. All right, so if you want to go ahead and download this mod right here, in terms of the requirements, we are going to go ahead and install our SCRIPTHOOKV. We are going to go ahead and install our SCRIPTHOOKV.net. Make sure you do download this version, the latest version, or over here. All right, so go ahead and download the zip file over here, and of course, go ahead and download the latest version of NativeUI. All right, so with that said, let's go ahead and minimize this page here real quick. And what we are going to need is our GTA 5 main directory. All right, as you can see here on my left hand side, I do have my GTA 5 main directory. Then on my right hand side over here, I do have all the mods and the requirements already downloaded. All right, so let's go ahead and begin with the install. We are going to go ahead and start off with SCRIPTHOOKV. I already showed you guys so many times how to install SCRIPTHOOKV, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do a quick simulation on how you can go ahead and go about doing that. Let's go ahead and open up the bin folder, and we are just going to need the bin.8 file right here and the SCRIPTHOOKV.dll file. Just go ahead and drag and drop both of these files onto your GTA 5 main directory. I'm just gonna go ahead and replace mine just like so. As you can see, my bin.8 is right here, and then my SCRIPTHOOKV.dll is just right here as well. All right, so we are pretty much done with the install of this one. Let's go ahead and move it to the top, and now let's go ahead and open up our SCRIPTHOOKV.net. all right, let me go ahead and unzip these files here as well. In terms of the SCRIPTHOOKV.net, guys, if this is your first time installing this, guys, go ahead and select all the files that I'm going to go ahead and select right here. So if this is your first time, go ahead and drag and drop 4 files. It's going to be the SCRIPTHOOKV.net ASI file, the SCRIPTHOOKV.net configuration settings, and the SCRIPTHOOKV.net 2.dll, and the SCRIPTHOOKV.net 3.dll. So go ahead and drag and drop all of these files in here. All right, if I can go ahead and show you here on my GTA 5 main directory, I already do have all of these files in here. All right, I think it would be like these over here. All right, as you can see, I do have my configuration file right here. But let's say this is not your first time, you already installed your SCRIPTHOOKV.net before. All you're gonna need to do is just go ahead and select these three files that I have selected right here. So it's going to be the SCRIPTHOOKV.net ASI file, the SCRIPTHOOKV.net 2.dll, and the SCRIPTHOOKV.net 3.dll. If this is not your first time, go ahead and drag and drop these 3 files in here. All right, if it's your first time, go ahead and go to your configuration settings over here. Make sure your configuration settings over here, I think for you is going to say like none, if I'm not mistaken. Just go ahead and change it to insert, and then for the console key is going to say like F4. Go ahead and erase that F4, or just leave it alone, or you can just go ahead and write the word none like I have done over here. Once you make the changes, guys, go ahead and go to file and save, and you are pretty much done with SCRIPTHOOKV.net as well. All right, next we are going to go ahead and install I think this one is going to be our native UI right here. All right, for native UI, I already installed this on my previous tutorials, but if this is your first time, guys, you are going to need your scripts folder. So let me just go ahead and scroll to the top over here. As you can see here, guys, I do have my scripts folder right here. So let me go ahead and open up the scripts folder, and if I can go ahead and show you my native UI. All right, so my native UI files are right here, guys. All right, so mine are already installed right here. All right, both of them are right here. But if this is your first time, guys, just go ahead and drag and drop both of these files right here onto your GTA 5 main directory under the scripts folder. All right, and we're pretty much done with the native UI. Let's go ahead and move this one over here. Now we're going to go ahead and install our map editor. All right, let's go ahead and open up this one. So everything is going to be going into the scripts folder right here, so do not leave this scripts folder just yet. Okay, so let's go ahead and unzip all of these files right here. And like I always stress enough, guys, every time you do download something, if you want to go ahead and install like something on your scripts folder, something like that, please always read the files that you find in here, because you might find there are some files in here. If, for instance, this native UI right here, okay, if you go ahead and pay attention to the native UI date on this one right here, this one is 2/2/2016. all right, and if you go ahead and take a look at the one that I have in my game right now, this one is 5/2/2019. so this one is the old version. Please do not install the old version, because everything is not going to work. All right, all the other scripts that you do have in here, if you go ahead and install the old version, it's not, all of these scripts right here will not work. Okay, so make sure every time you do download something, try to maybe like take it to maybe like 5 seconds or something, just scroll through it and see what it is that you have in here, and see if you have anything similar to that over here, to make sure you do not end up installing things that are out of date. All right, and then let's go ahead and select all the files that we need right here. I am just gonna go ahead and skip this native UI right here, and then select everything else. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and drag and drop all of these files right here. So it's going to be 7 files that you need to drop in here. If you go ahead and put 8 files in here, that means you do have that native UI that you're not supposed to install with these files over here. All right, as you can see, this native UI file over here is left alone because I did not install this one into my game. All right, so please always make sure whatever you have in your game, especially for native UI, SCRIPTHOOKV.net, make sure it is the latest version that you can find. Okay, that's my only 2 cents on that one. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this one to the top over here. Now we're gonna go ahead and install our modern house. Okay, we'll go ahead and unzip my files over here. All right, so in terms of the modern house, guys, this is how you're gonna go ahead and go about installing this. Just go ahead and come back to your GTA 5 main directory over here. All right, and now we are on our GTA 5 main directory over here on my left hand side, and over here we do have our modern house file. So go ahead and open up your modern house file right here, and then we're just gonna go ahead and get made with 3 files over here. The only thing that we're going to need is this file right here, the XML file. Forget about these ones over here. All right, if you go ahead and open this one up over here, it's just gonna go ahead and show you the pictures that we just seen over here. Okay, so these will be the pictures over here. You do not need to install these pictures into your game, into your GTA 5 main directory over here. All right, I'm just showing you what's in here. All right, so and then over here is just the installation. With the installation, guys, as you can see, it does tell you the requirements as well, and then it does tell you where to put this. All right, for this one, it says you can go ahead and drop the XML file into your GTA 5 directory, but I will really highly suggest that you do it this way right here. All right, let me go ahead and minimize the readme over here. So come back to your GTA 5 main directory right here. We are going to go ahead and create a new folder. All right, you can go ahead and drag and drop this XML file right here if you want, but I highly suggest that you do this way in order for you to keep your things organized into your game. All right, So go ahead and create a new file over here. Let's go to new folder, and we're gonna go ahead and name this file maps, just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and create this file and create it maps. Let's go ahead and open up our map file right here. As you can see right now, it's empty. So what we're gonna need to do is just go ahead and drag and drop this XML file in here, and you are pretty much done with the install, guys. And now we're gonna go ahead and jump into the game, and of course keep in mind of the location in which of whatever mention you're trying to install in your game. Keep in mind of the location. All right, let me go ahead and close this, and then we're gonna go ahead and run the game and see how we can go about using our map editor. Alright guys, we are making our way to the location where we can actually spawn this modern house. I think it's somewhere over here. I think it could be over here. Yep, I think this is the location right here. All right, so we are going to be rebuilding this mansion that you see right here. All right, so let Franklin pull in right here. Hopefully my vehicle is not going to go anywhere. All right, so this is the mansion that we are going to be modifying right here. Okay, take a look at this bad boy. So our house that we're gonna need to have right now is going to be located right here. All right, so in order for us to load this mod right here, guys, you are going to go ahead and need to press F7 on your keyboard. All right, when you do press F7 on your keyboard, it's going to go ahead and bring out the map editor. All right, and then we're going to need to load the one that we just installed right now. So we're going to go ahead and go to load map. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and scroll down to file chooser. And then when we're going to file chooser right now, we are going to go ahead. So as you can see right now, it's going to go ahead and show you everything that's on your GTA 5 main directory right now. And we did create the maps folder, so we're going to go ahead and get into our maps folder right now. As you can see, we do have the modern house XML file in here. So we're going to go ahead and load the house, and just go ahead and pay attention or what's going on behind Franklin. All right, and let's go ahead and just do that. All right, as you can see on my bottom right hand corner, it says loading model. As you can see behind Franklin, it is actually building the mansion that we just installed, and it's just gonna go ahead and install all the props and everything like that. All right, so just go ahead and give it some time. It might take a little bit of time to pretty much install everything. Just go ahead and give it some time, and then on top of your minimap you're gonna go ahead and get a notification letting you know that everything has been installed successfully. All right, so right now we're just waiting for that. All right, this thing is still building, so it might take a little bit of time, so you need to you know, be a little bit patient with it. All right, as you can see, just placed the vehicle in there, so I'm pretty sure it's almost done. As you can see right now on top of our mini map, you do get the notification that everything has been spawned properly. So now we can go ahead and get inside and take a look, see what this house looks like. As you can see, it does come with some vehicles, so if you are able to replace these vehicles, like if you install like what you call it, replace vehicles, they'll go ahead and spawn whatever you do have replaced. All right, so let's say you replace this this vehicle right here with like maybe a Urus. It's gonna go ahead and spawn that Urus in place of this vehicle right here. All right, so let's go ahead and get inside here real quick and check it out. I think at a later time, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how you can make this house right here permanent. So every time you log into the game, you are going to need to load this model right here, but I'm gonna go ahead and maybe at some point show you how you can go ahead and make it permanent, that every time you log into the game, if you want to go ahead and use this house right here for your role play, you do not have to load it every single time you log in. All right, who that is? This Tracy right here. I think that's Tracy right there. Let's go ahead. I mean, it's not too big. I don't really think the TV is working over here, but you know, you can go ahead and do your role play however you wish. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going on in here. All right, we didn't really modify the house over here. We just placed this one over here, I guess. As you can see here, you do find yourself a cool bed and everything like that. All right, let's go. Whoa, 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 there's a lady here soaking herself in soaking herself in the tub and everything like that. All right, I think that's not really that much. I was just showing you guys the example. As you can see, we do have champ over here. Is there anything over here? This will be like your laundry room over here. All right, so this is just a little bit of an example. So now if you go ahead and download mentions in the game, make sure you do read the description. Some might just require map editor. You might just need map editor to make it work, but for some you might need map builder as well. So if it does need map editor, just go ahead and drop the XML file in the maps folder, and then you can go ahead and jump into the game and just load your mentions in the version that we just did right now. Okay, I think guys, this will pretty much conclude the installation of this I mean the install and the two I think this will just conclude the installation and the showcase of our mod here real quick. So guys, if you found this video helpful, please make sure you do drop a like on the video. Consider subscribing to the channel, because there will be more mod tutorials coming your way showing you how you can go about installing mentions. There's some really good mentions that you can go ahead and install, but make sure you do read the description, guys. It's very important that you do read the description in order for you to know exactly what you are doing. All right, so with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode.